Hey, what's going on, everybody? Here's another video. I thought about, the title of Nas's song, No Ideas Are Original. There's nothing new under the sun. And I think to myself, do ideas just stand as one thing, or do they evolve over time? And I think they can evolve over time. But I think that they can get stagnant. The reason I say that is because I was thinking about Twitter. And I've been on Twitter off and on for a couple of years. Now I finally just said, no, I'm not going back to Twitter. Because I realized it just wasn't fun. That's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, some of the same people that I thought were fun and that had some good takes are still on there, but I felt like it just wasn't, it wasn't beneficial anymore. It's like, wow, the same 20 people are responding to what some transgender person has to say, ooh, or, let's all comment on this video or defend this person, help me find my friends and stuff like that. And for me, I realized I was like, man, this is boring. I appreciate the folks that continue to do stuff on there and that have made themselves, pretty indispensable. You think about people like at Shit Biscuit and you think of Tara. I'm thinking of, the right wing Twitter folks, Tara, of course, you think about Manlet Souls or Cowboy Manlet and all those types of folks on that side of Twitter. And I can appreciate them, but I think, including people like real Xi Jinping as well, always comes out with good posts and, just a whole range of folks. But it's like, in general, it's the same bullshit arguments. It's the whole, you'll see the Arab folks, the Arab diaspora who are just like, screw it, Assad is a meme or Assad is Reddit. And, you get the same old arguments, the Catholics versus the Baptists and all this sort of shit. It just got annoying. And, it kind of grew stale, And, now that I heard, Twitter is now going to be charging for tweets that you got to pay, this is their opportunity to make money. I'm like, nah, I don't want to stay there and deal with that, So I decided, no, I'm finally done with Twitter. I know that's more of a, oh my gosh, it's so, no one gives a shit. I was never that big of a guy, really. I never really had that big of a tweet other than like, me posting memes from Discord. I mean, that's what I did, really. I just posted stuff from Discord that was funny or videos or memes that I thought were funny. That's what I did. Usually that's the only reason I got big was because of that, or stealing stuff from, Reddit usually, like political compass memes, But it's like, kind of brings us to the idea is that original? Hell, even last night, I was gonna do something funny like like a Wignat sort of thing. I thought it was funny at the time, but I was like, why don't I use that clip of Indiana Jones where they have that revolving fireplace and they go in that the German that they stare at that SS officer or what that woman very Frau Farbissina type, and she goes alarm, and all that business. I thought, it's like when you go into a Discord server, go into a Wignat Discord server, and they got like Catboy pictures, and someone breaks in alarm, but I thought, no, it's kind of like I said. Then I figured it wasn't worth it, and I thought about that. It's like it wasn't worth it. I've said that before. It's like trolling isn't worth it, and doing edgy stuff like that. Maybe it's just me getting older. Maybe it's just me kind of living in the past a bit. But I feel like it's not worth it. That type of shit posting. It's still going to exist, but I think that it hasn't really evolved since then. It's like, yeah, I mean, Groypers, I mean, people think of it now as the Nick Fuentes thing, but it's like Groypers went way back. You had people like at that Groyper on Twitter who really came up with Groypers long before that. And, Fuentes and all those folks, they appropriated it for themselves. But, then you had smidges and midges and all this sort of stuff, just to dab on the dude who created Pepe. But it's like, I think that in general, it's gone stale. It's the same thing with the Wojaks. It's like the trad woman Wojak. It's like, people would make fun of it and be like, oh, she's a lesbian and all that sort of thing. So it's like, the memes got destroyed, and like, it's like, I don't know. I'm sure it will rebuild, and I'm sure that people will continue to find a way to shitpost. It's like, China is going to be the new shitposting country. It will be, and they'll be dabbing on the U.S. It is what it is. I'm gonna try not to catch too many feelings about it, but that is the future, right? China is going to be the new shitposting country, and good. Best of luck to them. All I can do is wish you well, but that's the future. And I feel like I could continue to do the shit posting type stuff and make little funny pictures, but I don't know. Maybe it's time for me to be like, nah, let's not do that. And really, this is more about me than about ideas. But I think that, in a way, memes need to evolve, and new meme structures need to evolve. More than just the Doge memes or the Wojaks or the Coomer meme. And I don't know, the Coomer meme is basically, it's an offshoot of the Wojak, but it's like all these different ones. I think that they need to evolve. It's just going to take time, but I think that, a new generation will come up. Hopefully they won't be as screwed up. Well, they will be, but, So, I mean, that's the way it goes. I think when you get older, you realize it's like, all right, well, this is the position I'm in. So, ideas may not be original, but it's how it's done. It's always that way. It's about how it's done and how it's portrayed, and how, you can put a fresh spin on it. It's just like, it's like doing movies. It's like, yeah, you could do a kung fu movie, sure, but how are you going to make it different? That's the whole thing of how it's like Jackie Chan added more comedic elements. He added, much more using whatever was at hand. He also included people like Wang Zhongli, who was a genuine, I think it was Taekwondo master, in Drunken Master. And, changed the game in terms of that. Then you had a million Jackie Chan movie clones, Same thing like Bruce Lee changed the game, And they were, there's Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee with one E and Bruce Leong and, the Korean Bruces and all that sort of thing. That's the whole thing. But they was all carbon copies just to, milk it for all it's worth. So, I mean, ideas and, sketches and everything else like that. That's why people in the United States in general is growing stale. It's like people spent so much time talking about, Trump and, white male rage, and all that sort of thing, talking about, Joker. And, people just get angry about stuff. Like I say, I mean, maybe this speaks to the larger SJW stuff, but it's like, it could just be that we're stale and that there aren't many original ideas out there. And I say this too for myself because, like, I repeat the same stuff over and over. Oh, the breakup of the U.S. is still coming, or about dabbing on Vosh or using Vosh clips and whatnot. And I don't know. Like I say, maybe I'm trying to find something different. Maybe not original, but a little bit different that y'all will still enjoy. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I was showing the DPRK movies. I actually just wanted to see what it was like. So, test it out. But like I say, man, I think that a lot of things are just kind of, it's kind of boring, that things have kind of reached that point, and now people are going to see where it goes from here. You know, it's the same thing with finances and everything else. Like, okay, 3D printed firearms, are going to be the new thing. They've already been the new thing for quite a while. And, I saw Jason Unruh did a video about that. But more people are already going to have that. I mean, you can make, fully fledged, AK-47s out of printed material, 3D printed materials and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be one of the new things, that goes along. You can just use the barrel and some of the, more metally bits, the bolts and all that, and you could hide that and say, try to make it look like something else, and then just put it in putting in your weapon and everything, and go about your work, whatever that may be. I'll put it that way. But I don't know. It's like I say, maybe I think that's one of the biggest issues with the U.S. now is that, it's just kind of stale. Everything's kind of stale right now, and we're just kind of stuck in that malaise. A lot of ways we're just kind of stuck in that sort of malaise mindset. And folks are hurting. And the government, now we're stuck in kind of this Obama era sort of stuff where we're gonna just do stuff much more quietly. Anyway, I've gone on for 12 minutes talking about it, but I think I wanted to cover what I wanted to cover. So I hope y'all enjoy that. See you later, and goodbye.